Hello there, folks. Let's take a look at Stroock Stroock Lavan through the ages. The firm began with M. Worley Platzik way back in the year of our nation's centennial, 1876. Fresh out of NYU Law School, Platzik set up shop in the heart of Lower Manhattan and got to work cementing Stroock's legacy as a storied Wall Street firm. Moses Stroock joined as an associate at the turn of the century, and his younger brother Sol followed him not long after. They took the reins, while Platzik took his leave to serve 2 terms on the New York Supreme Court. The Strooks renamed the practice Stroock Stroock, and not long after they'd had a taste of success arguing one of the firm's first cases before the U.S. Supreme Court, took on an associate named Peter Lavan in 1919, where he went on to make partner in 1924. The firm flourished and tackled cases for big-name clients like 20th Century Fox and tobacco magnate Thomas Fortune Ryan, building a reputation across the nation as a superstar in commercial law. Now, Lavan's name was added to the firm name in the 1940s in a rather atypical fashion. You may be wondering, why that extra ampersand? At the time, the Bar Associate Ethics Committee ruled that, since both the original Strooks had passed, the extra ampersand was needed to indicate that Moses and Sol were no longer active members in the firm. And so, on January 1, 1943, the firm became Stroock Stroock Lavan. I guess you could say Stroock has always tried to deliver a little extra. In 1951, Stroock cemented its stellar reputation in the real estate industry by representing Charles F. Noyes in his share of the $50 million purchase of the Empire State Building. Stroock bolstered its service offerings by becoming a pioneer in financial restructuring, now an economic engine for our firm. Stroock's innovative, entrepreneurial strategy also fueled our long-established private funds practice and the expansion of our litigation team to a national brand, litigating class actions and other commercial disputes on behalf of global financial institutions, major corporations, and other clients. The firm also grew a successful M&A and corporate group, developed an emerging energy practice, and has represented some of the nation's largest municipal unions for decades. With the firm's growing and glowing reputation came expansion. Stroock headed west in 1975 to establish its Los Angeles office and, just 2 years later, became one of the first national firms to establish an office in Miami. Stroock's spirit of growth continues to define the firm in the 21st century, with the Washington, D.C. office opening in 2013. With the same dedication and enthusiasm that made Stroock one of the nation's leading law firms, Stroock attorneys have also contributed their talents, skills, and experience to serve the public interest. After tragedy struck our nation in 2001 with the September 11th attacks, it established the Public Service Project to mobilize New York City's legal rescue operation for victims. This pro bono initiative and the spirit of community that it embodies continues today through the COVID-19 pandemic with the founding of the Small Business Relief Law Alliance to provide substantive legal counsel to impacted businesses and organizations. Stroock attorneys have also fought to resolve a number of issues during times of less obviously acute crisis, including leading a challenge against digital stop and frisk policing that adversely impacts people of color. In 2021, we stood witness to the largest partner promotion class in firm history and also saw the massive expansion of the firm's bench through lateral partner moves. Both of these factors gave us our most diverse group of partners in the firm's history. From 1876, our firm's long history has built us into the Stroock community that we know today, ready to tackle any legal challenge that comes our way with good people to deliver great results.